And when you take into stock the fact that outside of Kevin Durant, aging superstar, LeBron James, 40 years old, and Steph Curry, there's not a single NBA player more popular today than Caitlyn Clark.
Have you heard the buzz? NBA MVPs and legends are raving about the new face of basketball. Caitlyn Clark isn't just exceptional. She's being hailed by some of the sport's biggest names as the best player in the country. Her performances are being celebrated as some of the greatest ever witnessed. And here's the kicker. She's not just shining in college or a smaller league. She's dominating on the grandest stage of all, the WNBA.
Always had the ball in her hands. Everybody was playing off of her. She just commanded the whole game. I was like, who the hell is this? She is nice. It was like, oh, she's the best player in the country.
Caitlyn Clark's rookie season in the WNBA has been nothing short of legendary. She's shattered expectations, earning Rookie of the Year and a spot on the All-WNBA first team. The first rookie in 16 years to achieve such a feat. But Caitlyn isn't content with just making history. She's already laser-focused on improving her game during the off-season and chasing that championship dream. So, why are some of the greatest NBA players in history sitting up and taking notice? Stay tuned as we dive into how 10 NBA legends are celebrating her brilliance and giving her the recognition she deserves. And here's the twist. Number 11. A player often compared to Clark delivers the ultimate compliment. Caitlyn Clark isn't just a star, she's a phenomenon. But what exactly has NBA royalty speaking out, or in some cases, revisiting their opinions? Let's break it all down. Trust us, you won't believe what they're saying. Kicking things off is none other than Steph Curry, a four-time NBA champion, two-time MVP, and the undisputed greatest shooter in basketball history. Curry has been a fan of Caitlyn Clark since her college days, and he's been vocal about what sets her apart as a once-in-a-generation talent.
Her range, her three-point shooting overall, her flair for testing her range every night and knowing that the other team's going to try to take it away. And she's fearless. No shot is a bad shot, and when you can shoot it as well as she can, she just adds another element of surprise that you can't really game plan for because it's so kind of just unseen.
Coming from someone who has shattered records and built a reputation as virtually unguardable, Steph Curry's praise is no small compliment. Both Curry and Caitlyn Clark possess a game-changing skill, a lightning-fast release that leaves defenders scrambling. But it's not just about speed. It's the jaw-dropping accuracy from absurd distances that truly makes them stand out. Here's a stat that will blow your mind. Clark's average three-point attempt comes from an astounding 28 feet, 1.1 inches. That's farther than the peak seasons of Trae Young, Damian Lillard, and yes, even Steph Curry himself. It's no wonder people joke that you need to start guarding Caitlyn the moment she steps into the gym.
I saw somebody break down the release time, which is pretty much identical to mine. And then her just confidence. You can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair. Like, she's a performer.
You've already heard Kevin Durant, two-time NBA champion and 2014 NBA MVP, declare Caitlyn Clark the best player in the country at the start of this video. But guess what? KD isn't done singing her praises. He has even more to say about what makes her such a standout talent. Here's Durant breaking down why Caitlyn is one of the most dangerous offensive threats he's ever seen. He highlights her elite shooting, incredible passing, and, above all, her relentless work ethic.
Best player, period, right now. She's incredible.
She's advanced, man. She could do a lot out there, and she's making the right plays. She could draw so much attention, and she just baiting the defense in. I'll still make a cross-court pass. Just like, that's just muscle memory. Y'all work on this every day.
Luka Doncic, perennial MVP candidate, and one of the NBA's brightest young stars, has dubbed Caitlyn Clark the women's Steph Curry. As if that wasn't impressive enough, he even admitted she might be a better shooter than he is. Coming from a player renowned for his own shooting brilliance, that's just about as high a compliment as it gets.
It's a woman, Steph Curry. Thank you. She can shoot it better than me.
Next up at number 4 is none other than 4-time NBA champion and 4-time MVP LeBron James. Just a few months into Caitlyn Clark's WNBA career, LeBron delivered one of the most monumental compliments imaginable.
Caitlyn Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA.
A man who knows a thing or two about commanding the spotlight, LeBron spoke about the Caitlyn Clark effect, emphasizing her influence not just on Indiana, but on the entire sport of basketball. His words underscore the game-changing impact Caitlyn is making, both on and off the court.
The one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. More people want to tune in.
Indiana Pacers superstar Tyrese Halliburton was among the first to welcome Caitlyn Clark to the city with open arms when she entered the league. From the start, he's had nothing but glowing praise for her extraordinary talent and immense potential.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for her to be here. I think it brings a lot of excitement to the city, and a city with a lot of young talent already as it is, and adding her, she's one of the faces of women's basketball, and for her to be here and under the same roof, I think is really exciting for me, and I think a lot of people in our organization.
Frequently seen in the front row at Fever games, Halliburton's enthusiasm is impossible to miss. The joy on his face as he watches the home team play speaks volumes about Caitlyn's influence, not just on the court, but across the entire Indiana community and beyond.
You've been courtside for almost all of Caitlyn's games. Any big takeaways in all of the...
She's a great player, and I just like watching her play. I like watching all the girls play. They're getting a lot better as the season's went on. Leah had a great game the other day. Kelsey's been great. But I like going and watching basketball. So as long as I'm in Indy and I'm not doing nothing, I'm going to go watch the game. It's always fun to do. So I love being able to go watch people games. The excitement in the city is awesome. It's cool when I bring people who, I brought a couple friends who haven't been to a WNBA game before, and they're like, bro, to the third level. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's what Fever games are like now, So it's really cool to see the excitement around the team.
We've heard from today's NBA superstars, but what about the legends of the game? Do they have anything to say about Caitlyn Clark? Spoiler alert, they absolutely do.
Caitlyn Clark is coming. Some people think she's already arrived. I don't. I think she's going to be even better.
Let's start with Shaquille O'Neal, who once proudly referred to himself as a Caitlyn Clark skeptic. Shaq's journey from being critical of Clark to becoming a full-fledged supporter speaks volumes about the undeniable power of transformative talent. Initially, O'Neal's strong allegiance to LSU, along with his close friendship with Angel Reese, heavily influenced his perception of Clark's abilities. This bias was especially evident during the 2023 National Championship game, where LSU defeated Iowa. As the game unfolded, Shaq's doubts about Clark's shooting prowess were clear.
Why do you think people love Caitlyn Clark, besides her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before. That's my point. Steph Curry, a little kid. Like Steph Curry, I love. You know why I love Steph Curry? Because I've never seen that before.
As Caitlyn Clark continued to dominate on the court, Shaquille O'Neal found himself repeatedly eating his words. In a candid and unfiltered moment on Angel Reese's podcast, O'Neal came clean and admitted his change of heart.
Never seen nobody do that on a consistent basis. There's a lot of girls in WNBA that have done it in spurts, but that game I'm watching y'all in the Final Four, I'm like, damn, and I was a hater because I'm down. She was like, she's not gonna hit that shot, and bam, like, damn. She's not going to hit that shot, man. Like, if I say 10 times you're not going to hit the shot and you hit the shot, that means you're the truth.
At number 7, we have Kevin Garnett, the 2003 MVP and Hall of Famer, known as the Big Ticket. Garnett isn't someone who hands out comparisons lightly, but when it comes to Caitlyn Clark, he's placing her in the same conversation as, yep, you guessed it, Steph Curry. Here's what Garnett had to say.
If you ain't in the Steph Curry shape, that's how she plays.
So, what's behind Kevin Garnett making such a bold comparison? It's Caitlyn Clark's unparalleled shooting ability and skill set. Like Curry, Clark's range begins the moment she crosses half court. She's got that same lightning-fast release, unshakable confidence, and the audacity to pull up from anywhere. Just as Curry revolutionized the NBA, Clark is redefining the game in women's basketball. But Garnett didn't stop there. He recently went on air to discuss Clark's controversial Olympic snub, praising her for ushering in a new wave in the WNBA. His words were full of respect, as he acknowledged how she's growing the game and inspiring the next generation.
I think USA dropped the ball on this. We have a new wave coming in, and it's being denied. You know, I think the WNBA, this is just my view, bro. They've established something and they built something, right? They got something. It's a new wave that is here. And it's got a major blockage on it, man. Listen, to everybody out here, bro, we're not fighting over the pie that's been established. The ideal is to grow the pie.
Paul Pierce, another Celtics legend, witnessed Caitlyn Clark's jaw-dropping 41-point performance against LSU and could hardly believe his eyes. He called it the greatest performance I've ever seen in the college tournament, male or female. High praise from someone who's seen his fair share of March Madness magic. But the compliments didn't stop there. Pierce also backed Kevin Garnett, agreeing that Clark's Olympic snub was a mistake, and emphasized just how much Clark brings to the game. When legends like Pierce are in your corner, you know you're doing something extraordinary.
You claim you want the women's game to grow, and then you keep the most popular girl in women's basketball off the team. How do you grow internationally and domestically if you don't put her on the U.S. team? It just makes the most sense. Sometimes you have to say, hey, you guys, this is bigger than the game, which it is.
But don't think for a second that it's all high praise and smooth sailing for Caitlyn Clark. She's constantly adapting and evolving her game to meet the challenges of the pro level. The WNBA brings tougher competition and physicality that could make even some NBA players hesitate. Clark's learning this firsthand, and it's reshaping the way she plays. And it's not just her that's evolving. The league itself is adjusting to the once-in-a-generation talent that Caitlyn Clark represents. Meanwhile, NBA legends are keeping a close eye on her every move. Take Charles Barkley, for example. The round mound of rebound isn't just impressed by Clark's incredible stats. He's blown away by her professionalism and her ability to block out the noise and drama surrounding her. Barkley said, "She's got the right mindset."
I mean, what she's done for the game the last couple of years, I mean, she is a shining star. And you know, the thing I like about her, man, she doesn't say a word. Yeah, she's never said a word about anybody. She just shows up and does her job.
But he's also been vocal about the challenges she's facing. Barkley has called out the petty nonsense Clark has been subjected to on the court, admitting he didn't expect her to encounter such rough play in the WNBA. For someone like Barkley to take notice, you know, it's serious.
I didn't think she was going to have to worry about all this petty nonsense that's going on.
These ladies, and I'm a WNBA fan, they cannot have this Caitlyn Clark thing up any worse if they try.
But here's where it gets interesting. Not everyone agrees with Charles Barkley. At number 10, we have Indiana Pacers legend Reggie Miller, who has a completely different perspective. He's not shocked by the challenges Caitlyn Clark is facing. In fact, Miller said, You're
playing at the highest level. You're playing in the WNBA. You're coming from college and you're going to the pro ranks, right? What did she expect was going to happen? Why are people so shocked, right? You're playing against grown women. The same thing happened to us as rookies. Going against MJ, they're out there trying to embarrass you. It's nothing personal.
Miller's take. This is the pros, the big leagues. The veterans aren't about to roll out the red carpet for a rookie. They're going to test her, push her to the absolute limit. And that's exactly what's happening. But here's the thing. Caitlyn is proving them wrong. game after game, night after night. And Miller, he's definitely taking notice.
I absolutely love everything that Caitlyn Clark stands for and what she has done for the women's game.
And of course, at number 11, we can't talk about legends without mentioning Larry Legend himself, Larry Bird.
Max looking, loops it to Bird, a runner. It's good! It's good! And the Celtics win it!
Martin looking. Here's Clark. She fires and goes! She hit it!
Fans and analysts alike have been drawing comparisons between Clark and Bird for a while now. But here's Bird adding his own voice to the conversation with some serious praise for Caitlyn. He shared that he watches Caitlyn's Iowa games just as much as he keeps up with his own alma mater, Indiana State. Now, that's high praise coming from one of the all-time greats.
He had a great run, and it's fun to watch, you know, and they moved the basketball. He was well coached. I watched him all the time. I think I watched Indiana State and Iowa, Caitlyn Clark play about the same last year, so I was watching a lot of basketball.
There you have it, folks. 11 NBA legends and MVPs showing their admiration for Caitlyn Clark. But it's about more than just praise and accolades. Caitlyn is inspiring a whole new generation, proving to young boys and girls everywhere that anything is possible. A new era in the WNBA is unfolding right before our eyes. We're not just witnessing history, we're living it. And the best part? Caitlyn Clark's journey is only just beginning. Are you excited? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen and we will see you in the next one.